So when are going to start now?
Good question.
I mean, it's getting cold now.
Right? Apa?
No, we're just, we're not doing an intro anymore. Like, the audience can decide whether we started or not. We're just going to upload 3 hours of us like not starting the podcast. But if we were to start the podcast, I guess we would start with something like, "Hi everyone, welcome to dia.Log, the Game of Matters podcast."
Are we starting?
Yes, we're starting. Please ensure the dead air is not dead.
It's not that.
Please ensure your seatbelts are fastened and in an upright position.
Alright.
Please do not leave your seat while the podcast sign is up.
Ding.
And please do not smoke in the bathrooms while listening to this podcast.
Done and done. So yeah, that's the captain's report. Hopefully we're not crashing down anytime soon. And this is episode 20. For those who have not yet keep on tracking. Apparently we are 20 episodes already and it's almost the end of the year. Wow, time flies.
Dun, 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 dun.
No. It's the other one, the Nero's Christmas song.
Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Good. We should have saved that for the next episode. That should have been Padaru edition.
Now we can say that again. It's a meme.
We'll keep that in mind while I'm putting my regret face over here. Let's introduce the panel before we go too long with this dead air. First of all, we have one Amirul. Wam, say hello.
Hi, yes, I'm beloved radio personality Wamiro.
Next on the line, we have Daniel. Say hello.
Hello.
And let's not forget the other person on the line. We have Anan. Say hello.
What up?
And I am.
Fuck. Someone. Sorry, I'm playing Red Dead.
Yes, Daniel is playing Red Dead. And I am Kronos Ashraf. And apparently we should have a few guests on board, or at least a few invited personnel coming on. But apparently they are not here. The cowards, they back down. So we will have a change of plans, and you will know later on the show. So yeah, let's start on with the stuff we have did for the from the stuff we did the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks have gone by.
Before we start with what we did this week, I feel like there's some housekeeping we need to do again.
Okay, so what are the keeping of the houses that we need to do?
I feel like this podcast needs a mascot. We don't have a mascot, do we?
No.
Oh, this conversation again.
We need a quirky mascot that we can milk for all the marketing money. I'm gonna go to a random Wikipedia page, and if it's an animal, that's our new mascot.
Please be honey badger.
What?
Honey badger.
Random article.
Come on,
Gayakimo the Fourth Crispo was the last Duke of the Archipelago. There's no photo of him, unfortunately.
Come on, roll the wiki dice.
Rogastice, Jarostin County, is a village in the administrative district of Gmina Ostrzał. This isn't Poland. It's in Poland.
This is fun to edit for the video version. I have to reverse wiki all of this.
Midweek was a British weekly radio magazine series broadcast. No, okay, one last one. Roberto Acuna. Yeah, he is officially the mascot of this podcast now.
Who is he?
Roberto Miguel Acuna Cabello is a Paraguayan football player who plays for Club Rubio New. nicknamed El Toro Bull.
All right,
El
good.
Toro, nice. Or maybe you should take that any division.
El Toro, we're putting a bull.
So are we
Okay,
part
so
of the
yeah.
program now?
Roberto Miguel Acuna Cabello. Is it this guy? He play beach soccer? Is this guy?
Yes, beach soccer. That's
Okay.
him.
Beach soccer Toro Rosso. Alright, we have a thumbnail. We have a thumbnail for no apparent reason. Okay, we'll move from there. As
Okay,
it,
now that we are safely secure under the flag of El Toro, now we can proceed with the show. So what has everyone been up to this week?
Okay, so let's start with the first thing on the docket. It has been quite a while, a long while since we heard about the KL Major, because it was like really 2 weeks ago. Like it was the week after the podcast
When
was
we recorded,
released.
yeah.
That was the KL Major weekend, and me and Daniel got to be there. I think Daniel, is it your first esports event, as in Dota event?
No, I will still remember the audacity that is the AEGS event.
Oh god. Ages. Yeah, the dying vein, Platinum Eden or something.
The shame, the stain,
Nobody is willing to
stain.
nobody is willing to put out 1 million ringgit after that. But
Mhm.
yeah, I guess for a Dota major, because I don't think me and Daniel are Dota guys. So this is basically our first hands-on into this sort of event. It was at the Axiata Arena. It was quite a large indoor arena, and suffice to say, it got a lot of crowd. A lot of people were into Dota and was there to witness such Dotaness.
Huh, it's almost like it's a super old as shit esport or something like that.
And the most successful esport with the biggest prize money on the line? Sure, maybe, I guess so.
There's this girl in my class, right? I have no idea how. Like, to my knowledge, she is not any kind of media, but she keeps going to like newsworthy places, and I have no idea how. Like, she was at PSXC in Bangkok,
Wow.
and she got like backstage passes to meet Brian Deckard and stuff. And then like
Wow.
I was like following her Insta story, and so she was just like, "Why am I at the Dota KL major?" Like, she was just suddenly in the audience, just like, "How did I get here?" And I'm like, "I don't know. How did you get there?" She's like, "I don't even know Dota." And I'm like, "What are you doing there?"
People were begging to get there.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You know who wasn't begging to get there? Me.
Sure, fine. That's why me and Daniel went there. And suffice to say, it was a interesting experience. Shout out to our mutual friend Toka. Toka
our Dota
Ama
expert.
Toka Aryadi. I hope I got your name right. He was our Dota expert for the day. Apparently, because here's the thing. If you want to watch Dota, if you know nothing, it is basically a lot of low lows and very short high highs. So imagine when the lows are coming, where the guys are just farming and just building the team around, getting the strategy, leveling it up and stuff like that. Everyone in that arena, in that stadium, was dead silent. Nothing happened. It was like a game of chess happening there. Nothing, silent. And then suddenly the hype commentator goes into the hype mode, and then suddenly things keep on happening on screen, and then everybody's going wow, and then wow, and then wow, wow, and then the hype goes on and
Were
on
they
and
orcs
on.
or something? Were they like 40k or something? Like, wow!
Almost there. I hope someone there was screaming with a Cockney accent, but I cannot confirm for myself.
There's your mandatory 40k reference for the episode.
Check that list down.
I hope there's a fan out there who keeps a bingo list of all the shit we like. Okay, are they gonna talk about FGC, 40k, or F1 this episode?
I'm still waiting for the dia.Log wiki if anyone wants to pick. I would love to browse.
I will chip in like 100 ringgit for whoever like makes a good dia.Log wiki. I don't care how much of it is true, just make it.
We need alternate universe too if you want a wiki.
Yeah. Oh man,
dia.Log
we do it.
universe.
We do it Transformer style. We call it Shattered Glass. Like Shattered Glass Anan is a console gamer and doesn't really
We
care.
go Shattered Glass Universe, god damn. We are deep into the references now. So let's backtrack a bit. Also since we talk about us not knowing nothing about Dota, so thankfully we have Toka with us. We got access to the media places and stuff like the higher ranking what you say the seats, the more expensive seats, but instead
It
we
was
just
cool as hell.
yeah, but instead we hang out with Toka and have him give us some complimentary commentary to help us understand what the hell was happening. So, to be fair, a lot of what Toka said to me went over my head, but at least I know.
Same.
To be honest, I'm sorry, Toka. I keep on nodding, but your commentary was still good because I at least understand the context. So I know, oh, why people screaming about this play? Oh, because they made an interesting play. Or when during the early the peak band phase, as you call it, where you pick characters then. And then when people are shouting, oh, this character got picked, I ask Toka about something, and then I know about, oh, this character is not used. This is a weird pick. This is an odd pick. This is probably a gamble for this team. So it was interesting to at least have that sort of context. So at least I know what to scream about. At the end of the day, I managed to scream with the crowd because I know something is happening. Even though I don't know the details, but at least I know, oh, they are making a good play here. Oh, they are making a comeback. Something like that. Just enough to scream together with the rest of the crowd.
I just realized Dota still has individual levels for every player, can like
Oh, yep.
Yes.
You
yeah.
you get to see who is carrying the team right now. There's a graph. So you know that SAP is sponsoring the KL Major. SAP as in
The
the big data software
Yeah.
analysis company. Let's just say that they are a big software company. They provide stats and and analysis for the coverage of the KL Major, which is a lot of important stuff happening in the esports scene. But let me conclude just one thing. The final game was between Team Secret and Virtus Pro. Team Secret is the home favorite because one of the player is the one of the celebrated Malaysian players, Mid One. People were screaming Mid
Yep.
One's name when they are on the winning streak for there. And apparently in the whole tournament they have not lost a game they have not lost a game to anyone until the
Yep.
grand finals, which is crazy if you think about how many games they played. Remember, there are a lot of best of threes, best of five. They played in the before the whole. I mean, how do you say it? The brackets? There are plenty of other top teams are competing, and somehow they managed to be on the grand finals without losing a game. So much that they gambled their first game in the grand finals just for laughs.
Damn.
And then fired
But
so bad.
yeah, unfortunately they lost they lost. It was a 3-2. Virtus Pro bring it to game 5. The Russian the hold on. Daniel, remember the joke we talked about the Russians, the assert dominance posture.
Oh yeah, they were. Okay, so here's a bit of context. The Asiata Arena is very new, so that means the aircon is very cool. So we were like,
I
we
can
were
tell where this
dying.
is going now.
We were all dying already of coldness, while the Russians, the Invictus Pro players, are wearing short pants and khakis.
Not only they were wearing shorts, they were lifting their knees up
Ah,
to their
yeah,
to the chairs. So basically, they are in their assert dominance position.
yeah. It's a for the position of
Super casual.
the Asian.
It was super casual. They are basically comfy and right at home, which is very amazing to see.
For them,
Mhm.
this is summer. This is summer weather. The aircon.
Yeah, and last to wrap the whole thing is, despite the crowd being very are rallying for a team secret win, when Virtus Pro was winning, people still keep on cheering because from my observation, the crowd there was not cheering for any particular team. They was cheering for some good freaking Dota. They wanted to have the whole the grand final to go to game 5. The both of us were waiting. Cepatlah habis. We want to end this. We want wrap this up. We want to go home. But the rest of the spectators there, they want to see game 5. They want to see some good Dota. And I guess both teams delivered. It was a fantastic match. Everybody was still cheering. And yeah, we also get to see I think 2 or 3 Russian folks who were very in Virtus Pro colors. They were the happiest guys back home.
Wait, sorry. So the Russians won, is it?
Yep, the
Yep,
Russian
the
ones.
The Russia won the war.
And apparently the Virtus Pro team, they have a good streak with winning majors, but they don't do well in the international for some reason. Hey, they are now known as the major players in majors. Okay, that should be it. That's KL major. We did not get to do a review of the many majors, the many tables of the KL major. Well, yeah, that's what can you ask for?
Why? Also, I want to point out that it's a good major when like they have this KFC punya stall, and it was constantly full.
It was what? Sorry.
It was
KFC.
constantly full. The KFC stall.
People were buying nuggets all day, every day.
Dude, KFC nuggets are like fucking amazing.
Oh.
Mm.
And that was the major selling point. The aroma of the nuggets, man. Oh. Well, okay, KFC, please sponsor us.
Yeah, tolong
Uh,
KFC.
sponsored by KFC delivery. Okay, next on the topic, we have another visit outside, but this time it was me and Wam, the Amirul combo.
Yeah, it was really great because they were literally just like, oh yeah, you're the one who's like the two amirals. It's like, yeah.
They were expecting the 2 Amirals. God damn it. It can't be avoided because the PR guys at Sony really want to know who is coming, so I have to tell, oh yeah, we have 1 Amiral. He's our Souls expert. That's why I say, oh, you have 2 Amirals in the organization. Yeah, tell me about it. So yeah, play everything launched by PlayStation. Wam, can you talk about it for a bit?
Yeah. Hold on, silence my phone for a bit. But so we were all really salty that we didn't get to go to. There was no PSX in KL this year, and then Grandpapa Sony was just like, "Hey man, what if we told you there was a PSX, just a really small PSX in the form of a pop-up stall in Sunway Pyramid?" And it was like the most bizarre thing ever because it was just like this weird lounge, just like it feels like a secret area you unlock in a video game. Like we had to hit a wall and then the wall disappeared and then there was.
Oh,
And suddenly there was-
this is going to be fun to edit. I can see the Dark Souls image the doorway to PlayStation Play everything launch appear.
It's true. There was even Dark Souls stuff outside. Remember, because there was a Crash Bandicoot poster.
God damn it, we were going through the alleyway and then one was super happy for some reason, and then I have a look, what's that? Dark Soul! He was pointing at the Crash Trilogy poster. Dark Souls!
To be fair, that's exactly how I sound whenever I talk about Dark Souls. But yeah, so that's so we had that. That was really cool. And then we went in because we were given the press release beforehand. They were like, "Oh, Sekiro and the PlayStation Classic are going to be there." So we kind of knew what was going to happen. We're all crammed up in this room listening to them talk. I should point out, by the way, I don't know if I said it on this podcast, but last year at PSX, they took a photo of me like playing Detroit. Yeah, I was playing Detroit.
All comes back together.
It all comes back to David Cage.
I've gone full sticker now.
Yeah, so they took a photo of me playing fucking Detroit, and it was a really nice photo of me too. And they put it on their page, and I was like, ha ha ha, yeah, I'm gonna be the fucking now.
Hey,
Guy from
yo.
Sony.
No.
They had the guy from Sony. What?
Oh, okay, you're cutting a bit. You're cutting a bit. Lower your ego, just a tiny midget, so that the communication can get through.
Yeah, so they had the fucking they took a photo of me, right? And so they put it and I joked about it. I said, "Ha, I'm gonna be the model for Sony now." And then the guy from Sony is giving this presentation. He puts up the slide, the PlayStation Experience Lounge, and he took like a bunch of random PR photos from Sony, and whose face should be on the very first slide, but this guy right here,
Your one and only one.
One
the one and only one, spokesperson for Sony now.
Well, we and Anan dies in front of the crowd while we're waiting to enter.
It was great, and a few of the reporters even turned around. I was like, "Wait, why are you here?" One of the dudes like at lunch was just like, "Why is your face like on the Sony slide?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know." But yeah, so he gives a presentation. It's standard stuff, and then he goes,
That's presentation. That crazy presentation.
Oh,
"Yeah, we get an 8-minute talk about shopping malls, and then." And then the Sony dude's like, "Oh, yeah. So as you know, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out in January. Here's the price. Here's the special edition price." And then a bunch of like Sony stuff like come in and pull black sheets off of the walls, and it's playable here. And we're all like losing our shit. Like no one was paying attention for the rest of the press conference.
I was screaming in both pain and joy at that
I
moment.
think I saw Jeremy Theo's orgasm face. Everyone like, so they snuck a giant cardboard cutout of Sora into the room while no one was looking. Because suddenly we turned around and it was there. Like, what the shit? Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 was playable. We got to play it like a whole day before the rest of Southeast Asia, before the rest of the world.
ew. How nice.
Yeah, man.
Well, to be frank, the demo is actually way, way old. It was the same demo as the premiere showcase, which was an event held in May. So it was pretty old. But
So
still,
you go,
Well, is it the one without the sound from the ET trailer?
no. That's just the trailer. This is the one where you get to play. Are we going to Kingdom Hearts now? Are we going to
sure.
Kingdom Hearts?
We can talk
Alright,
about Kingdom Hearts.
let's go into Kingdom Hearts. So this is the one where you have two different demos. One is the Olympias one, where you get to wall ride and then you fight the Titan. And then the other is the
Ooh.
Toy Box demo, which they revealed the Toy Story demo for the first time. The Toy Story World. And it's playable. That's the one. So, okay, so apparently we should have gotten a few Kingdom Hearts die-hard fans, to defend their ground
Yeah,
here. But apparently, it is just me and Mom here, and we are the ones who have played Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, so that means our opinions are correct and yours are wrong because we actually played the fucking game, unlike the fanboys who did not. So, without further ado,
let's commence.
World premiere opinions on Kingdom Hearts 3. With drum roll, please. Please edit in a drum roll here. Da-da-da-da-da. Ta-da! It fucking sucks.
My god, that is very rough, man. It's very rough. That's what I told you guys. It is very early back in May. That's the build from May. And it's very telling, man. It doesn't feel as good. It doesn't feel as good, not in the hands. In the hands, it controls like Kingdom Hearts. It plays like Kingdom Hearts. If you jumping on from like, if you just play Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, like you can get the what do you call it, the recent ports of 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8.
The fucking mass collection, yeah.
If you are just playing through and marathoning yourself, good luck with that. I hope you take breaks and care for your health, because it's a long one. If you play through those and then you jump into Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't think it's a jarring jump, even though it's taken them too long and it's an engine switch. They are now using Unreal 4, but it still feels like Kingdom Hearts. But the problem is, it's Kingdom Hearts. It doesn't age well.
Yeah, the problem is Kingdom Hearts fucking sucks. That's the problem. You know what's really funny? Like in person, I don't like being this guy. I don't like being the guy who says the video game sucks. So everyone's always like, "Oh, so how was Kingdom Hearts 3?" And I'm friends with a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans, so I'm just like, "Yeah, you know, it's a lot like Kingdom Hearts 2." The subtext being, the combat in Kingdom Hearts 2 fucking sucks. Maybe it's just because I've been playing an unholy amount of Devil May Cry.
Oh,
But I have,
totally. It tends you if you have played a good character action game, because as a character action game, Kingdom Hearts sucks. It's a passable action RPG.
We may have different passing marks then, because here's the thing, right? Kingdom Hearts is like, it's half character action, half RPG, right? But there's a lot of games that mix those elements, like Dark Souls. Dark Souls kind of mixes RPG elements and action elements really well. And you know, if you're using Photoshop or something, you can draw a circle with the lasso tool, and it'll select an area, and then you can press invert selection, and it selects everything else instead. That's what Kingdom Hearts feels. It feels like the reverse of Dark Souls.
Ooh, that's hard.
It is. Like, what the fuck do you do in this game? Like, holy shit! It's the attack buttons are so unresponsive. They do not feel good at all. I'm like I still don't know how any of the combos work in the game. It's just you keep mashing triangle, eventually they'll tell you cool thing about to happen, and it'll happen whether you want it to or not, really.
Imagine Kingdom Hearts 2. Even in Kingdom Hearts 2, you can see the direction where they are going. Kingdom Hearts 1, they really want to finagle themselves as an action game, but they really want to tie it down as an RPG. Hence the weird command issue. I still find it, the gimmick, to be charming, but it doesn't lead to good gameplay. That thing sucks by today's standards. And you can see in Kingdom Hearts 2 where they lean on with the, oh yeah, let's do some flashy moves. Just do your XXX, and suddenly we will have you to press triangle and something cool will happen. Nevertheless, don't care. Just look at the flashy stuff. Kingdom Hearts 3 double, triple, quadruple that road, and what we felt was they were all flash, nothing of substance. Seriously, you don't know. Things just happen without any rhyme or reason. It looks cool, sure, but if you approach it from a character action point of view, is everything wrong about character action. That's not how you do it. You should not give all of this fun stuff to do without giving the player to feel fun, because you understand something. No, you don't understand something. You just look at flashy things.
Yeah, here's the worst part, right? Like, because here's the other reason I say it's like the opposite of Dark Souls, right? It's because they have this one enemy that's like the big fat dude, so you have to attack him from behind, right?
Oh, I still love that dude.
Except you don't have to attack him from behind, because I didn't think shit while playing him. I just mashed X, and what do you know? Killed him anyways. Like, holy shit. It's not a good game. It feels, you know, it reminds me of Last Guardian. Because that was the thing with Last Guardian, where they were like, oh hey, you know, they've been working on Last Guardian since the PlayStation 2 era, and for that reason it feels like a PlayStation 2 game, which is not good. Like, action RPGs have gotten so much better in the past like decade since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. And I'm pretty sure even Birth by Sleep probably feels better than this. I don't know.
Maybe because they don't do the command stuff. I mean, all the command stuff we still have to use with D-pad, right, to access like magic, access the items. Birth by Sleep did the better idea. Did the best thing that they could do by mapping all of them, all of those things, to a button. I mean, PSP don't have buttons, don't have enough buttons. So out of necessity, they have to do that. And I think that was a better solution. Why not they stick with that? Anyway, the toy box, at least the toy box demo, have a lot of the story stuff. I think if you are into the Kingdom Hearts 3 lore, you are getting the same thing. You are getting what you wanted, because there's a lot of ramblings of nothingness from dudes with black hoods, and also some good fan service. Like I remember there's a moment where you first meet the Toy Story guys lah. You meet Woody, Buzz, Rex, and Ham. Rex was fangirling over meeting the three of the guys, the Sora, Donald, and Goofy, and because apparently he thought that these three guys were from a video game, some other video game. So they reference Sora like Yo Sora, and then Aegis, and what other else things. I checked what was the reference. I thought it was like a Final Fantasy 14 boss or something, which is very direct reference. But apparently it's a very long-winded, convoluted reference that actually means that, oh, this word means Sora in another language or something like that. Hey, references! It's fun.
Can't they just stick to, oh yeah, I played Final Fantasy?
I mean, they were going that way. They were going that way, but they don't make it too on the nose. But by not making it on the nose, it was a long and convoluted joke to get. But I still like the what you say, in the moment. It's still like a fun interaction lah. So at least they nailed that thing in Kingdom Hearts, the fan service.
Yeah, and my other problem with it is there's a lot of like weird segments in the game. Like we had the mecha piloting segment, and yeah, this game is a lot of set. If this demo is anything to believe, this game
Just
is like
set
90%
pieces the game.
and it's just
Is
like
it
I
a
can
Final
hear,
Fantasy 50?
I can hear the fans like
Get
going like, oh, but it's so cool. I'm like, no, it's just not a great game. Like the fucking Titan boss fight. God, it's so bad. It controls so bad. You run up a wall, right? Like they just arbitrarily tell you like, oh, these certain walls you can run up, and then you have to dodge boulders as they come down, right? Now I don't know if you remember, but partway through the PS1's life cycle, they added the 6-axis dual shock analog sticks, right? Guys, have I been disconnected?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. We are giving you ample room.
Yeah. So you know the whole 6-axis thing, right? 6-axis is so cool, so revolutionary. How many directions can you move while climbing this cloud face? 4. Not even 4. 3.
3 up and left or right. Up and left or right. Not
Oh, no,
gradually.
you can move
It's
down. You can move down.
You
Yeah,
can-
you can move down. So it's 4.
I don't really. I couldn't
Yeah,
move
yeah,
down.
You
Okay.
can, but let me tell you why you probably didn't know that. Because it controls like fucking ass. You have to stop moving. You have to stop moving to change directions. Like, hasn't Sora been like defying the laws of physics this entire game? Suddenly you want to go, no, you can only move in 90-degree angles. Fuck off. And the actual Titan boss fight is just you literally just poke his toes until the game tells you to press triangle. That's the entire game. It is impossible to fail that boss fight. I tried. Like
That's what we
holy-
said. All flash. But pointing back to Daniel's point about is it the same as Final Fantasy 15? I really like to believe that's the best conclusion to what will Kingdom Hearts 3 be, because if you treat it as from a fan perspective, it's going to be fun. It's going to satisfy what you wanted to see. It'll be just what you wanted from a Kingdom Hearts game. and you will enjoy it through the end. But if you approach it from just a gamer point of view, you are just an average Joe gamer. You don't have any attachment to the series. You just want to play a freaking good game. You will get whatever one was experiencing. It is dog shit. All of the things that you do does not make any good reason. Even the levels are very arbitrarily short and was linked in a very weird way. I don't see the RPG in the action game and doesn't feel like an action game because it's feel too much contingent. But still, if you just want the whole experience from the story, you want to get some closure or something, or you want the fan service from seeing Final Fantasy characters interacting with Disney characters, then yes, Kingdom Hearts 3 will do just that. So yeah, approach it like a Final Fantasy 15. So yeah, not everyone will be happy with this thing, and it's fine. It's totally fine. Just don't play it if you don't like it.
That's exactly it. Because I've been like what I was trying to say earlier about how I don't like being the guy that tells people their favorite game sucks. So every time someone asks me, I'm always just like, yeah, it plays like Kingdom Hearts 2, you know. You might like it if you like Kingdom Hearts 2. Thankfully, my best friend fucking loves our Chain of Memories, so you know, our friendship is real.
My God, Chain of Memories. Okay.
Even he's like, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 is rough.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, that's Kingdom Hearts 2.
Enough of the bashing.
No.
It's a dead horse already.
Yeah.
To be fair
Let's
though,
talk
we didn't get to see much of the RPG parts because they didn't let us look at the menus or
No menus, and again, this is a build from me. So early days, we still not sure what will happen, but yeah, let's just say that what we played was very rough.
Also, I have one like nitpick about Kingdom Hearts 3 in general. It's like
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3, right? What's the most iconic thing about Kingdom Hearts aside from a plot that makes no sense?
Nothing else.
No, it's
Zippers.
the fucking Keyblade, right?
Oh,
The most
okay.
Oh, yeah,
iconic part. Why does so much of Kingdom Hearts 3 involves not using the fucking Keyblade? It's like, oh, now it's guns, and now it's Disney. Oh yeah, that fucking reminds me because I fucking hate Disney, right? So my friend and I have been like waiting for how Disney's gonna fuck this up because that's what Disney does with everything. They
I'm
fuck everything up.
extended.
I am sorry. We have to
Go,
but
go,
I
go,
have
go.
to bring this up. We haven't seen any Final Fantasy characters yet in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh no.
Of what they showed, yeah. Of what they showed, yeah, I guess so.
We've only seen original Kingdom Hearts characters and Disney characters. And because Disney fucks things up, as we all know, I am worried that they might actually not have any Final Fantasy characters in this game.
Oh, not even Lightning?
Because remember what Disney did with Marvel vs. Capcom? Twice they fucking killed Marvel vs. Capcom. And so I am genuinely worried that they may take out Kingdom Hearts characters all because of brand synergy.
God damn it. Wham is unleashing his inner Jim Sterling full front and center. Please censor the stuff up. Too much. Okay.
Yeah, that's my concern. Because we haven't seen any. Like, if I were in the marketing team, I'd have shown Kingdom Hearts. I'd have shown Final Fantasy shit by now. You know, I'd have shown at least Noctis or Lightning or Cloud by now. But they haven't, and that's really worrying. Like, really fucking worrying. But yeah, that wasn't the only thing we played at the expo though.
Yep. Next on the list. Okay, so what should we talk about next? I'm leaving this to you, Wam. It's just two choices.
Something positive, maybe?
I don't think PS Classic will be something positive. Apparently,
So Sekiro lah.
it's a bit
PS
mixed. It's a bit mixed. Now that I've given some thoughts about it.
PS Classic, I mean, you have a PS1. You know what a PS1 is like. It's that.
No,
It's that, but with a HDMI port.
no. But I remember my PS Classic having good games.
Hmm?
Oh boy,
I
so
mean, there's Rayman. It has Rayman at least.
good God. Now that okay, PS Classic it is. So apparently now that people have already done reviews about the whole thing, and I've took some time looking at some of the footages, some of the discussions around PS Classic. Now I can see that it's a quite mixed product. Not everyone will be satisfied with the PS Classic. On the surface, it nails it. The aesthetic is what you expect. Apparently, they even have if you look underneath, there's also the same vents that you would expect from the original PlayStation. That's crazy. They went really hard to ensure that the look and feel is really similar. Even the plastic, the color of the plastic, the feel of the plastic is almost similar to what you expect from the PlayStation. So hardware wise, no problems. Even the controller, the wire is long enough, 2 meters apparently. So not long as in you can sit from your couch and put the small PlayStation on your coffee table or something. Okay, no, coffee table is okay. Not the what you call the place where you put your TV and stuff like that. So adequate length, adequate, and even the interface. You boot it up, you hear the sound, and you will clap. That's that Sony Computer Entertainment thing, kan? And then when it boots up, it stops there, and then it boots into the game selection screen. And the game selection screen also mimics the PlayStation, where if you boot the system without this, you will be transported into this weird blue UI, and some of the buttons have rainbow colored splatters, and the font is
Isn't that
white
from the
and
PS2?
pixelated.
Isn't that actually from the PS2?
No,
PS1.
PS1. PS2 is all the monolithic thing where clouds are appearing and cubes are not floating by, like popping up inward and outward. This is like a static screen, blue static screen, and some rainbow colored. So you select games from there, and apparently, so for games that have virtual discs, games that use multiple discs, you can use the open button to virtually change your discs. That's an interesting touch. I sort of like it, but yeah, that's another thing. So on the nostalgia thing, they nailed it. Also, if you select select the game, the monolithic PlayStation logo comes up, the sound appears, everybody will be happy. I remember one of the Sony PR, the official Sony PR guys said to us when looking at the boot stuff, when they look at the PlayStation logo. Oh, remember when we were our childhood, when we saw that logo, the game is okay, the game can be played. Those unsavory, uneducated times where we might buy games for 5 ringgit a piece.
Oh my god.
And there's an official Sony guy saying that, so I'm also taken aback. But sure, we all that was the state of play back in Southeast Asia years ago. So yeah, there.
Busted.
I guess the problem was is in terms of game selection. We've known the 20 games, and yeah, apparently there are big misses. Some for good reasons, like Tony Hawk games and Gran Turismo is totally because of licensing issues. That is understandable. Some of them are left out because they want to sell a new remaster remake.
PlayStation Classic.
Crash
The
Bandicoot,
PS1.
Spyro, Resident Evil 2 instead. So those games are totally left out because they want to sell the remakes. Understandable, but unfortunate, but okay. But then the weirdest of all of the selection is that they use some of the games is PAL, as in from Europe region. And that didn't occur to me what the problem was. But now that I remember what we played Tekken, right? I played Tekken on that game on that time, and I didn't say it much, but I feel that all of my muscle memories are a bit off because it doesn't it feels a bit different. But I can't put my I couldn't say what exactly was the different thing in there. But apparently now that I've checked, Tekken 3 in the PS Classic is running the PAL version. And when you say PAL, the biggest difference is the frame rate. NTSC uses 60 is running on 60 hertz because NTSC TVs are running on 60 hertz. PAL runs at 53 point something, but all of the games are basically reduced to run around 50 hertz, 50 FPS. So it's a bit slow. And apparently, of all the games that uses the 60 FPS, they put Tekken 3 on PAL, not NTSC. Which is why?
Ready?
They put the worst.
Oh, technically it is his fault lah, because she's the one yang break down on the ROMs earlier this year.
Why they put Tekken 3? Not for no apparent reason, because Ridge Racer Type 4 is NTSC.
Oh yeah, the 60 frame boys.
And this is both are games by Bandai Namco now. So it's weird. Some games are going for PAL, but at least the good news is all the PAL games are not in black and white. So there are no black and white Spyro. No,
Oh god,
not that sort of it. At least that's a good thing lah. But yeah, that's one of the weirdest thing. For some reason, some of the games are in PAL, and that means it doesn't run as good. And yeah, game selection is subjective, of course. And for me personally, when I think about all my experience about playing PS Classic, I will only buy PS Classic just to play Ridge Racer Type 4 again. Just to play R4. That's the dedicated R4 machine if I ever got one. So basically, no then. 429 for one game. No, okay.
No.
So yeah, your mileage may vary due to the game selection and the game version they chose. And but the rest of the package is good. It's worth it.
So you may notice I was very quiet during that talk. So do you want to know what I was doing while Meck was playing the PS Classic?
Ah ha ha.
So
I can smell it from a mile away. Yes, yes. What is it?
What is it?
Oh no, come on. Don't say, we give room and then that air seeps in. This is very dangerous for a podcast, you know.
Someone sabotage.
This is actually Namco pun kata no, you cannot talk about.
You cannot talk about PAL Tekken 3.
You mock Tekken in this name, so you cannot play it. You cannot talk about the other games.
God damn it. Oh no.
It's Activision kan? Isn't it Sekiro's Activision?
Sekiro is Activision. So apparently the segue was to set for Sekiro Shadow Dice Twice. Please bust Wam, he's dead. While I tried to...
He died twice.
Wam died twice! Wam died. We wait until he reached the resurrection button. So while we wait for Wam, let me just feel it. I also tried Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Yeah, this is the game from Software. I still like to say that. From Software. From the makers of Metal Wolf Chaos and Dark Souls. But I think... I'm not sure if one shares the same thought, but from my perspective, when we said about the spectrum of games, one is character action and one is action RPG, right? Okay, action RPG would be Dark Souls. Character action would be something like Devil May Cry, right? And I would put God of War 2018 right dab in the middle because it balances both sort of playstyles. Somewhere nice. Sekiro, I think, edges closer to character action rather than RPG. I don't think there's any RPG elements there.
Okay.
So because of what you say, because you are playing a character now instead of create your own character like the Soulsborne games before, right? You are playing a Sekiro. He is a recreated man. He has a sword. He has a prosthetic arm that can stick an axe in the middle of his bones and something like that. It looks cool.
Ooh. That's interesting.
And I mean, it changes a lot in terms of it still plays, it still controls, it still feels like a Soulspawn game, like a game made by FromSoft, but
Okay.
it is very different when you start to figure out how the combat and stuff. For one thing, now you have a jump button. You can jump.
Oh, ooh, that
And
changes the game.
it's a different game now. And also you have a what you say that prosthetic arm, it can also doubles as a like a point zip, so you can grapple your way into specific points. So you can
Ooh.
traverse vertically this time in Sekiro. What else? I think stealth is also an element. I think Wam didn't like stealth elements. He wrote on his first impression where what you call it? Uh, stealth is like just like so an element that you can see in other open world games, and now Sekiro has it. So but I don't mind because remember the context is I was playing a lot of Hitman 2 and I felt like right at home because I can sneak and skip a lot of the enemies because god damn the combat is hard. I got body so hard I couldn't progress. I couldn't progress the what you say okay, there are jobbers, like 2-3 jobbers, and then there's one big enemy, like one big elite. So and this elite is the tough one that you need to understand and kill. Unfortunately, I cannot pass for the life of me. I cannot beat this guy, and because the combat is very different. One thing, stamina is not a thing. You can hack and slash as much as you like.
Ooh, hack and slash.
You can totally hack it. That's why I'm saying it's more like characterization. But there's also this thing called posture. So the more damage you take, both you and or your enemy, the more this posture meter fills. And if it fills to the full, a good attack from there.
Jesus fucking
Resurrected.
Christ, I'm
Resurrected.
Like fun.
I was talking about Sekiro's combat mechanics. I finish my thought and then you can jump in one because you just resurrected. So apparently okay, what was my train of thought again?
Something I forgot.
It's about the posture. Okay, so if you
Yeah.
feel the posture meter, the next hit is a visceral attack. So is it basically in terms of fighting games, you're basically building the stun bar. And basically when you get the stun bar, that's a free combo for you. So that's the difference. So what I've just talked about the differences from Sekiro and other Soulspawn. I talk about the traversal that you can do, the stealth elements that you can do. Also, as I mentioned, I cannot pass the first big elite. I use my stealthiness that I gained from Hitman 2 and skip that elite personnel, and I use stealth a lot of the time to manage my way to get to the end of the demo, to the final boss fight. I consider that a success. I consider that a success, and I think it's a good alternative because even though if you suck at this game, you can play it the other way now. So yeah, there's some way that I can enjoy the game still. That's all I'm saying about Sekiro.
Is it? Yeah, that means it's a one-hit definitely game, like then.
Not really. Like you can take a few hits. It's just like it's kind of like Bloodborne, where like very clearly the enemies aren't following the same rules you are.
I see.
Yeah, but I do feel like Sekiro is in this weird place, like where it's not quite sure what it is yet. Because even though Meck liked the stealth segments, I felt like they felt very weird. Like it felt very suddenly AAA that I was in a bush and I had 3 arrows around me telling me that people were getting suspicious.
Okay, definitely. Because I can understand if from a Soulspawn fan that is very out of place. But hey, at least it's good enough that I can bullshit my way through the game.
But it's a good game. It feels good. It controls really well.
mhm.
A bit of obtuse design though, like trying to figure out the whole poise thing was kind of weird. The health bars feel almost redundant because the jobbers you kill in like one hit essentially.
Mm.
Like you just mash and then they break their guard and then you get the kill. And then suddenly you get to the elites who cannot die like that, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And the game is called Shadows Die Twice because some enemies will die and then res and then you have to kill them again. And that
Ah.
I feel that works great for the bosses, but for regular jobbers and for like the elites, it's just like it just feels paddy, because nothing really changes when they come back.
Yeah, the elite is too much for me because I have no idea how to actually to properly do the combat. So yeah, I'm playing that game through stealth. God damn it! I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing now.
And the prosthetic arms, I haven't figured out like what's an actual good time to use them, because so much of it is based on your sword play. That's the other thing. The complaint I had with Sekiro was that like, because in Bloodborne and Dark Souls you can make your character because you have your weapons that you can use. Sekiro does not have that. All you have is a dinky sword. So I'm just like, oh, I don't want to use a dinky sword. And one of his arms is like an axe, and I'm just, I want to use that, but it's limited. It's consumable. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, Sekiro, it's a pretty good game. Just not quite my cup of tea, but I can see the merits in it. It's probably gonna be a good game. Definitely better than Kingdom Hearts. So
Oh yeah. Oh, remember what?
Betul so hype.
We played the boss fight so hard. And what-
yeah, fucking boss cheated. I almost killed the final boss, and then the game crashed.
the boss name was
Dia
Corrupted
tahu.
Monk. And so basically the Corrupted Monk basically meta itself and corrupted the game and crashed. It was the final phase, right? It was the final freaking phase.
No, second page.
Oh, second phase. Ah, okay. Almost there. So yeah, we were.
I only made it to the final phase one. Yeah, that's the cool thing about the res mechanic is that for bosses, so instead of the second phase kicking in at the second when the HP is at half now, it's after they res, then the second phase starts. Then they die again, then the third phase starts. It was pretty cool. And the second phase had this whole cool mechanic to it where fog would appear on the bridge and you can do an instant takedown and immediately clear the second phase. But it was like timing specific.
Interesting.
I didn't know that. I died after the first phase, and that is victory in itself. I'm taking that doubly for me. I did better than expected.
Who was the only other guy who was there in the lounge with us who beat the demo?
That was our good friend Alif Ashari, aka Comic Slot from Kaku Chopre. He's the sole survivor of all of us. We were there for so long. Like me and Wam, we were basically me, Wam, and Alif. We were the last of the folks to go out. And apparently, I'm looking back at all of the Play Everything coverage done by other media. God damn, a lot of pictures of us are there. And apparently, even the official PR images that we receive, from the 9 of them, one is already we know. One has a slide of Wam in there. And the other two, one is just the two of us in a crowd of media guys, and the other is our two freaking backpacks sitting beside the PS Classic for no apparent reason. Nobody asked to remove those bags when they take the pictures, and now I am seeing a lot of our backpacks. Especially Wam, because Wam have all the buttons and stuff. You can really notice that. Hell yeah, we are popular, man. Without knowing.
Man.
That's to infiltrate our enemies. Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that.
But yes, it was a really fun event. Like, I'm glad Sony is investing more in Malaysia, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Finally.
Yep. So yeah, if
No, continue.
Now, if you are still confused on what platform to buy if you are living in Malaysia, there is no other question. The answer
Xbox
is
One.
Xbox One.
play
Inside joke.
play anything Xbox launch. Play anything, please. We beg you. We are putting
Play
at a
something, please.
God damn it.
Okay. Also, if you didn't get to go, don't worry. The lounge will be open until February, and they will rotate out games every week. Apparently, Kingdom
So,
Hearts 3 won't be there. Lucky you.
but yeah, expect if there are any other big releases or stuff like big demos like that, it may happen and it will be available at the Play Everything Lounge. Sunway Pyramid.
Yeah, if Demo May Cry comes out, then I will fucking fight that entire crowd and be there. Like
Get that triple S. Get that triple S on camera.
It'll be like 25-year-old launches 5 people into the air, juggles them with
You will do air combos to be the first person in Southeast Asia to play Demo May Cry demo. Demo May Cry.
Demo May Cry, yeah, Demo May Cry.
Air juggle your way to S rank.
Yeah, it's like police tried to apprehend him, but he used shuffle, which is a move where he dashes backwards to avoid
To avoid all PR personnel from asking too many questions. Oh boy. Man, we have reached the 1 hour mark and we still have a lot to go. Hopefully the news will be a breeze.
To be fair, we don't have anything else, like we don't have any more in-depth coverage, so it's fine.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So Sony, invested in Malaysia. That's why we got that expo. You know who didn't invest in Malaysia? Fucking the F1 people.
F1 corner!
We need to make like a shitty flash intro for F1 corner.
I'm really heavily thinking about making a one power hour logo. Then. On that note, we totally could do that, but I'll need your help lah. Everyone
Yeah.
have to chip in for that. Okay, F1 corner.
2019 will be season 2 of dia.Log. That's when we have the intros.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay, F1 corner. What happened? I'm reading here is Will Smith wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix directed by Michael Bay.
So
Context.
earlier this year. Context. Okay, so context. During the Abu Dhabi GP last week, Will Smith kidnaps Lewis Hamilton 10 minutes before the race. I think it was on Instagram, like he was literally taped up into a chair and Will Smith was wearing his uniform.
No, this is not a bit. This is a really thing.
Yeah, so I like to imagine that Lewis didn't even escape, so he drove the car into a win. So congrats, Will Smith.
Mhm.
Are you saying that Will Smith is an Agent 47? He disguises himself as Lewis Hamilton.
And okay, so
God damn.
Mac, have you seen the race?
I just watched the highlights. Too tired to watch.
Oh no. If you see the full race, you can see like Will Smith will be somewhere in 5 minutes in, or he'll be at the paddock like Lepak King, and then halfway to the race, he's at the corner as a marshal.
God damn it,
So
he is Hitman.
He's like working at the camera at one point.
God damn it, he is Hitman. Careful, man. Don't be around Will Smith.
And then masa dia benak, and then he won the race. He waved the checker flag as well. So, good sleuthing there by Mr. Will Smith.
You know that in Hitman you can obligatory Hitman reference. you can dress as a race marshal and wave the disqualification flag, and you can end the race immediately. That's the thing. Hopefully Will Smith did that.
What Will Smith did. He did that, yeah. He waved the flag, so good man. But the best part is Will Smith released a shot on his Instagram. You know who shot all those shots, those pictures of Will Smith doing stuff? Mr. Michael Bay.
God.
No, I thought this was a joke. Seriously.
No,
Yeah,
it was.
I thought it was a joke too. I thought it was like a car caught fire or something. That's why directed by Michael Bay. God fucking damn it, Michael Bay.
Liberty Media. You get
No,
so
Liberty
crushed.
Media. So American.
That explains a lot. Americans.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah. So now I need a F1 movie starring Will Smith and Lewis Hamilton, Daniel Brucke as Sebastian Vettel, and Valtteri Bottas as Valtteri Bottas.
As himself.
Yes.
God damn it. You can do a borderless intro with him. Valtteri Bottas as himself. So that's the F1 corner.
Yeah. So just next month, before our GA, do we have enough one episode before the GME?
We should
Okay,
have
Jimmy.
one more episode.
So we will be
Oh.
talking about the new Formula E corner, which will
Oh
start
yeah,
next month.
baby. The future is
Of,
electric.
The future is electric. So
Waffle,
this will be
waffle.
Papa the Waffle will win the world.
Mhm.
So this will be season 1 of F1 Power Corner.
Oh boy. That power slide
So-
is red. And yeah, so we should be shifting to the next corner of the room then.
Yes.
Mhm. I'll keep this light because this is more like just a footnote because I'm not gonna repeat what I said. Basically, you may have heard me refer to myself as beloved radio personality. It's because I was on BFM yesterday.
Landed on the radio.
Yeah, I killed the. Oh no, I was killed by the video.
Video
star, yeah.
killed the radio. That's another song, but
Oh.
sure.
But yeah, so basically, what happened was Syed Sadiq said something stupid about esports. Like, just gonna quickly run you through this. I called him out on Twitter and tagged BFM about it. And BFM was like, "Hey, do you want to come on and talk about this?" And I was like, "Sure." And next thing I know, I'm on the evening edition just talking about esports.
Mistakes
was
into
really fun.
miracles.
My friend and I call this the WAM cannon, which is where, like, in one heated moment, I will make a stupidly large decision with far-reaching consequences.
We should have that handy for future opportunities then.
Yeah, that's my noble phantasm.
Opportunity.
You can't decide when it gets activated. It just activates at random.
God damn it. At least it's not crazy talk. I'm glad that's not your stand then.
And so yeah, so I was on BFM. You can check it out on their website. The podcast is still there. Thankfully, the show, they didn't get to call in anyone, so I didn't get to hear anyone call me a cunt. So
Nice.
nice. Yeah. So the most important thing before we get to the news is Black Friday, because we talked about that last semester, right?
Yeah, last semester.
Guys, I'm
What
very
a
tired.
long time ago. Okay, I can understand.
Yeah. So Anan and I apparently have both sustained Black Friday casualties. Anan, you go
Ooh.
first.
Damage. Casualties. Report.
Total damage 110 ringgit.
Oh, ooh.
Ooh.
You know what I bought? I
What?
bought a Dallas Fuel shirt and a Philadelphia Fusion shirt.
God
From
damn it.
Indian store.
Shirts. I thought you
Overwatch
bought
man
a
lives
game.
again.
Oh boy.
disappointed
Anan is
now.
that guy now. He is that guy now.
The Overwatch man. Our official Overwatch expert.
I now hereby do declare that Anan is our official resident Overwatch fan and correspondent for 2019 and beyond.
Overwatch correspondent. Anan. Hey, I mean the Lucio voice actor is coming to Malaysia, so you can go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can go interview him for us.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'll probably bring it up again during the news. But so my damage is like 200 ringgit, I think, around there. Because- Sony had a discount, I think a 30% discount for PS Plus renewal during Black Friday.
Yeah.
20% off.
So,
Not
20%
20%
off. So I did that, renewed for 1 year. And then I was like, I've been watching Super Best Friends play their Friday Night Fisticuffs, and I'm just like, you know what? I want a trashy Japanese anime fighter. Right?
I can see where this is going.
And I was just like scrolling through the store looking for deals, and fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was 70% off.
Oh yeah.
On
yeah,
that
yeah.
thing.
It
Oh,
was like
boy.
$60. I was like, well, this is the only time I'm going to be able to buy this game because it's like 250 every other day. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking buy JoJo. Sure. And so I bought that, and then my sister came over. She came over for the weekend, and she was like, "Can we play a game together?" And I was like, "Sure." So I bought Jackbox because that was also on sale.
Alright, cool. Is it Jackbox 5 or older ones?
Yeah, Jackbox 5 because I figured my sister would enjoy the rap battle game.
The
Yeah.
dumbass battle game.
Rise up, DJ Lolicon. What up?
Yeah, man, still undefeated, by the way. Still undefeated.
Undisputed champion. We should do round 2, man. We should do round 2.
Yeah, now that I have the game, we can.
Yo.
Leave Aiman behind. God damn it.
The GM League, yeah, GM Jackbox League. Well, yeah, so that was my Black Friday haul.
And for my Black Friday purchase, okay, half of the damage is shipping.
Oh yeah.
$11 fucking is for shipping only from
God
US to
damn.
Malaysia.
Ooh.
And-
God.
11 is not bad though. Like sometimes
I mean,
shipping is
okay,
like
I
11
bought
each?
2 shirts. I bought
Huh.
2 shirts for $12. Shipping is 11, so half is shipping.
yeah.
You could buy 4 shirts with that money.
Yeah.
God damn it.
If I live in US, I get free shipping, so I can buy 4 actually.
Okay.
But that is a casualty. I only renewed my PS Plus subscription, so that's 104 ringgit only, thankfully. But the problem is, I need more money. We need more money. I have a
Damn,
plan.
man.
Tahiti,
God damn it, I just smashed the pen. God damn it, man.
mangoes.
That's such a need.
Obligatory Red Dead Redemption reference.
Well, the next episode we surely hear more cowboy talk for sure.
Oh
Oh,
god.
sure. Anyways, I think we should move on to the news. Because the remaining 2 stories we have was not much anyways. So now first big news story of the day. We need another sound effect because the waifu horn is a blowing.
The toot is tooting. The toot is tooting.
I was gonna play my automaton, but the battery died. Dead or Alive 6. I like the idea that someone in Dead or Alive 6, you know, after years of just making like big boob girls, they were like, you know what we need to do? We need to make girls that Wam would like. So Dead or Alive 5, we got Marie Rose, right? And like
Okay.
goth.
Oh.
And then they were like, okay, yeah. So we're putting Marie Rose in 6, yeah. But I feel like Wam hasn't been excited enough. Like it's not good enough that Marie Rose is in the game. We need to have something else. So you know, how about we add Silat Megane?
Yes.
The Silat Megane waifu from Finland.
From Finland.
From
With science
Finland.
powers.
Wait,
With fucking science powers.
the power of science and lightning.
She actually says that. She's like, with science, anything is possible.
She chokeholds people and do lightning strikes, literal lightning strikes.
Nice.
And she is a pencak silat Mahaguru will be proud.
Oh my god, okay, for the thumbnail, we need to have like a famous historic painting of like Hang Tuah, tapi replace his face with her.
But the label still writes Hang Tuah. So
Yeah.
so people who are
everyone knows. Hang Tuah was a Finnish Megane. Like, screw this was Hang Tuah Chinese or Malay thing. No, he was a Finnish Megane. We have proof. My uncle works at Nintendo. We have proof.
We are going places with the thumbnails, man. Oh boy.
Also, she
what's
has
her
like,
name?
her
Yeah,
name is
what's her name?
NiCO.
NiCO?
Mm-hmm.
Nico ni. My
Man,
cousin Nico ni.
everything ties back, man. This character is very much designed for the whole game of Metas crew to turn on.
It gets even better, right? One of her alternate costumes makes her look like Ichigo from Darling in the Franxx.
Yes.
God.
That's good.
The most divisive waifu of the year, Ichigo.
Wait, Darling was this year?
Yeah, Darling was this year. It was winter.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that was the thing. Okay.
So yeah, that's our Dead or Alive corner. That's big news story number 1. Anyone want to go through the randomly assorted headlines?
Just
Because
Okay.
so Blizzard attempted to turn Diablo into Dark Souls. What the fuck is that about?
I think that's the original plan for Diablo 3 or 4. 4.
Four.
Four.
I see.
So they rebooted the Diablo 4 project. Now still the isometric style of Diablo 3.
Cool.
So
How do we know about this?
Supposedly.
How did we hear about this?
Kotaku put a long
Jason
report.
Schreier.
Jason Schreier. He did
Again.
it again.
Jason Schiller.
Warframe is now on Switch, and apparently some like one of the like low-ranking peons at the Kurocast tried it out, and he said it was not bad.
Yeah, that's a good win. Win for Warframe.
Yay.
Warframe is on fire this year. Like they
Ninjas
got a
playing
work
good.
shanty. They got
And we all live together.
Together.
once I'm done with my
Together.
semester, I'm fucking like reinstalling Warframe to try that out. Civ 6 got Gathering Storm. It's got climate change. I thought the game was supposed to be realistic. Why are they adding like fake stuff like climate change?
Yeah, they also adding
But then-
fake. They also adding fake stuff like World Congress. That's not a thing right now, is it? We get these world leaders right now get decide on anything now. New
Game
expansion,
Awards.
good.
Sorry?
Nah, it's a good expansion coming out next year. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Game Awards. We have our pre-Game Awards leaks now because the Game Awards are where games are announced as well.
Yep.
Possible new Alien game. Possible new Obsidian game about Space Cowboys.
Yeah, that's a new Obsidian game, not under Microsoft, but this is the one under Private Division, which is another Take-Two publishing arm. So basically, Private Division is the same as is the brethren of 2K and Rockstar Games. So yeah, this will not be an Xbox exclusive. Hopefully, this is not the game. This is not. This ain't it.
Cautiously optimistic because 2K is involved.
But yeah, the teaser looking like a lot of space things, but they promote it as with a cowboy aesthetic. No, not cowboy. Old-timey aesthetic. I'm just calling it Space Cowboy because I like to believe. I want to believe it's a little space cowboy game.
See you later, Space Cowboy.
Take-Two dominating the cowboy industry.
Yes.
Cowboy monopoly.
Okay.
The next one, Disney shit again and screwed Genting over.
Somebody screwed the docket and write DIDNEY WORL.
Yeah, that was me.
God damn it! I'll just leave it there.
Genting. So basically, Genting closed down their theme park because Fox was supposed to build their own theme park in Genting, and it's been delayed. Like it's 3 years overdue or something like that.
Yeah, 3 years overdue.
And so Genting filed a lawsuit because apparently when Disney bought Fox, they were like, no, our IPs will not be associated with Asian Gambling Mountain. So, so Genting is suing them for essentially being Disney. I fucking hate this, by the way, because Disney doesn't give a shit. Like they have money, like they have lawyer money, so they're just gonna they don't really care. Like in no way is it going to affect them in any big way because Disney is just that rich.
Too rich.
Also, Nintendo changed their guidelines for streaming and Let's Plays. They essentially went, everything we said before, fuck that, do what you want now.
Nice.
However,
win.
with
Not-
an asterisk, they have added a PewDiePie clause where if they feel like you're a bit of a cunt, they will revoke that right.
Oops.
Fair enough, I guess.
Tapi I think let me see. I remember correctly. Like the language is very specific on the reasons they would. We reserve the right to remove any content we believe is unlawful, infringing, inappropriate, or not in line with these guidelines. So basically, yeah, it's to cover their ass. If you do turn out to be a Nazi, they can decide to like pull you down. If you don't make Luigi hump things, and they won't take you down.
Or report Yoshi to the IRS.
Yeah.
Very specific.
Also, the other thing is part of the thing that I read was you can only stream legally acquired shit. So you cannot like the dude who hacked Smash and got it early. Like that's still not covered. Like they will take down the shit out of that.
Understandable.
US FTC now dedicated to investigate predatory loot box. I didn't know Jim Sterling was a guest on this show.
Yeah, when you died, he came and went. Very good.
Okay, I see. That's why I had to be booted off so that he could be on the show. That's okay. I understand.
We have a limited ego what you say, memory space, so we have to delete one to install another one, and then we delete the other and then put the other.
Fair enough. Anyone say a few words about that? I guess.
No words from
Finally?
me.
I guess they're taking notice.
I think so. Because the UK already produced a report about the
Yeah.
young population increase in gambling. So one of they didn't say one of the factor. They just say one of the things that include gambling is loot box in games. So the Federal Trade Commission sort of like link 2 and 2 together and say, okay, loot box may cause gambling tendency in children. For the kids, we must
For the
kids, protect the children.
Protect the children.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to investigate. And breaking news: Australia also start to dedicate their resource to investigate loot box.
I'm surprised they haven't already. Australia has like some of the strictest video game laws.
Yep. You know what? They are very strict, and also sometimes their strictness is borderline stupid because they want to make encryption have a backdoor.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
It's very technical. Yeah, it's like how can you make a public key encryption have backdoor? That doesn't make it public key encryption. So if the police can access it, the hacker can. Sort of like stupidity. Just like that.
It's like putting breathing holes in a condom.
Yeah, it's like anything. A backdoor where the police can access your house anytime. It's like only the authorities can access it. Well,
it's like having a
can access
giant
it,
gaping hole into your house with a small sign that says police only.
Yeah.
And then of course, and then someone becomes the police. They apparently Agent 47 becomes the police and use that back door.
No, Will Smith.
Will Smith use that back door. Will Smith will backdoor your Australian houses. Be careful.
Anyway, we digress. So basically, yeah, the authorities are starting to dip their hands into this loot box, and apparently Microsoft already disabled loot box in Forza, I believe.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
in US at least.
They removed
also,
that.
Anan, you missed a perfect opportunity to make a great joke about police have dipped their hands into the loot box scenario, but unfortunately got three grays and 1 blue.
Yeah.
So next story, esports at the SEA Games.
Nice.
A
Two
medal
PC,
game.
two console,
Medal
two
events.
mobile.
So two PC events, two console events, and two
And
mobile
one
phone
Mobile
events.
Legend event.
Mobile Legend, bang
Ah.
bang, is official.
I hope the other one is that cringy Command and Conquer game.
Oh no. If I can
AOV.
see EA paying them to do that.
Maybe it's AOV or PUBG Mobile or PUBG Mobile.
Oh, PUBG Mobile, pretty sure.
And
Mm.
then PC, PUBG PC. Oh fuck.
Mm. Have they revealed all of the games, or is it just
No, just
No, only
Mobile
Mobile
Legend.
Okay, we need to quickly decide using our psychic powers. So PC, what is it gonna be?
I think there's a
Dota 2.
clause in the Olympics
Dota
that you cannot use all violent games. So
then what games should we put? FIFA 2019, PES
FIFA, yeah,
2019,
FIFA
FIFA
2019.
2018, and FIFA 2018. Okay, fine, settled. That's two console
yeah.
games and two PC games.
because there's I think there's like OAC clause that you cannot put in violent video games. They just did that
They
like
don't
earlier this year.
count as violent.
Is Mobile Legends counts as violent then?
That's interesting. That is very
You know,
interesting.
I know what's going to be the console game then. Catherine.
Yes.
Yeah! Catherine, man. Competitive Catherine, here we go. Let's go. Man,
Competitive
I
PC
lo-
is quite mad.
competitive
what?
Catherine.
Quite mad.
Speedrun. Speedrun.
Competitive.
And for mobile, it's like, oh god,
Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans. Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
And it's too old. Too old.
I guess Fortnite is probably going to be
Fortnite
like,
probably be there.
this
Now that-
cartoony, right? It's all the kids like the Fortnite. Then someone can do the Fortnite
It's
dance.
not that violent. Yeah. It's not that violent. So yeah, cool.
I think FIFA will be the mandatory console game
Of
because
course.
all of the guy, all of the non-gamer guys among my circle of friends and acquaintances, they play games. The only one they play either Dota or FIFA.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, be a really like surprise. Okay, this is my like shot in the dark, like the 100 returns policy, right? Like, gonna put $5 here. If this is true, I get back 5 million, kind of thing. You know, console game, DMC True Style. The only true esport is a DMC True Style competition.
Oh, Meck, maybe Gran Turismo Sport? Finally out the Asian races.
that would be really good, but we'll see. We'll see how if they can manage to do
Get
the
Jimmy to Philippines.
bring Jimmy to Philippines. That I would like to see. Oh yeah, give him all the travel that he can get. He needs to live more. He deserves better. Oh boy.
So our final news story. The final big news story of the day. Drum roll, please.
Cue the song, please.
Cue the song. What the fuck is going on with Fallout 76?
Take me home to
Can't
the
feel-
place I belong.
See, even the song audio glitched out.
What
Fuck is wrong with this?
yeah.
Okay, so off the top, like I've been following the news, right? Let me just tell you a bunch of shit that has been going on with Fallout 76. First off, it went on sale a week after release.
Yeah.
And it's also in Malaysia too. It's also affect Malaysia's pricing.
Yeah,
Yes,
so it's
119.
gone down. It's gone down in price a week after release. So it was like, fuck you, loyal fans who bought the game at launch.
It's now, I think, 190 now. Good. GG.
And then apparently, if you bought the special edition, the game didn't come with a disc on PC.
Only code.
You
God.
got a cardboard disc telling you to go buy it from the Bethesda store.
It's so bad.
Yeah, and then And then if you look at the special edition, it's supposed to come with this really cool canvas bag, right?
Yeah, the power armor edition. Yep.
The
Yeah,
power.
the power comes with a cool like carrier bag. Reports are coming in. It's a plastic bag.
Nylon.
Nylon,
Yeah.
but yeah, basically
Yeah,
plastic.
Plastic.
the
And
Tesco
Bethesda,
bag.
Bethesda commented on this. I shit you not, Bethesda fucking. Let me pull up the quote. Let me pull up the fucking quote.
I love this train wreck.
76 bag. With
Man.
Take me home, take me home.
Loading,
can't
please wait.
you-
Country roads. To the place.
Okay, I can find the original thing, but I read a thing that was basically they were like, yeah, it turns out it was too expensive to make, so we just made a nylon bag instead.
Yep, we are not doing anything about it.
And
what's
no,
the
and then
conversation? What's the
and then-
conversation?
yeah, then like that I had already added this onto the docket, by the way, when this part of the story broke. Then after that, the Fallout account tweeted new shit. We understand and respect that there is disappointment with the bag in the Power Armor edition. We are sorry. Please contact Bethesda support to provide proof of your CE purchase. They will assist in granting your account 500 atoms. Now, you may be wondering, what is 500 atoms? Because you are a sane person who does not play Fallout 76. So, us, the journalists, went to the internet and we looked it up. 500 atoms will get you no premium skin because the cheapest one is 600 atoms. 500 atoms can be bought at the store for 5 USD. Full price.
Worthless.
Bethesda lied to you and said, here's $5, please.
In virtual credits, not even real.
No, only $5. You can. It's $5 of virtual money, and that's virtual money that you can spend for anything significant. You can buy what?
You know what the worst part is? This is extra compounded by the fact that they insist that atoms aren't a big deal because they're like, you can get atoms from the game. So then why are you giving it as compensation then?
It's money.
Like, holy shit, Bethesda, you could not have fucked this up any worse if you tried. And you tried. You really fucking tried.
I just
God
love the fact that Fallout 76 is now the straw that broke the camel's back, and now that everyone is on the train of, please Bethesda, fix your broken ass engine, and don't say that the next game you are doing will be based on this freaking engine, because this cannot fly now. The best thing about the whole thing is that you know that usually games from Bethesda are broken, and that people mod not only just mod extra stuff, but mod fixes. They have unofficial patches, and apparently that Fallout 76 is an online only game, and Bethesda didn't put all of the efforts that the mod community did on their own official patches. So the same known bugs crop up in this freaking game, and you can fix it. God damn.
Oh, I have the quote, by the way. The bag shown in the media was a prototype and was too expensive to make. We aren't planning on doing anything about it.
Planning to do-
Yep.
Good.
I'm gonna give that explanation to my lecturer. When they get back to me on my assignment, it'd be like, yeah, the assignment that I pitched to you was too expensive to make. I'm not planning to do anything about it.
Mamiro, please step into my office.
Oh, someone else on Tumblr has compared the Duke Nukem Forever Balls of Steel edition to the Fallout 76 Power Armor edition. So the Duke Nukem Forever Balls of Steel edition comes with an authentic Duke bust, a certificate of authenticity, an art book, postcard, sticker, paper craft, poker chips, comic book where Duke convinces Hitler to kill himself, playing cards, dice, and a disc of the game. Power Armor edition. Cheap plastic helmet with a voice modifier that would have sounded bad in the 90s, a nylon bag, not much better than a plastic one, steel book to hold the disc that doesn't exist, download code of the game, map of West Virginia, a bag with some plastic dollar army men. Price of Duke Nukem Forever, Balls of Steel edition, $100, or $112 if you adjust for inflation. Price of Fallout 76, $200. Bethesda.
Bethesda.
I think they already saw the train right. That's why they only launched Fallout 76 on the Bethesda launcher.
Yep.
On Steam.
Because they don't want
They
to give
know.
refunds. That's another issue. They don't give refunds right now on the if you want to refund the PC version of Fallout 76, they issued some stuff whereby basically they are just buying for time. They won't be refunding you at any time right now. And they are getting investigated for not providing refund policies. God damn it, Fallout.
Quote, by the
Damn
way,
it,
was from
Bethesda.
a Bethesda email.
Yep, the Gear Store stuff. The Gear Store support.
So that's Fallout 76, the giant heaping train wreck. Also, someone launched 3 nukes and broke the entire game.
3 nukes is too
We only
much.
took 3 nukes.
It only took 3 nukes. You know, there was a running joke at during my school time where if we compare you say test scores, right? And we are a competitive bunch, so basically we are aiming 80 and above, you know. That sort of people, that sort of crazy people, we were like that. And then when we get like low marks, one of our favorite low marks is 76 because the play by in Malay tongue 76 76 kan 76 so we could all just say if we are doing badly for a test we just say we got 76 lah. 76 lah. Kali ni 76 lah. I fell down. We fall down. It was very bad. So Fallout 76, when I saw that title, I didn't laugh in front of you guys, but I have that context with me because oh boy, if this game is going to be bad, there's a joke written on it. Because if you are writing in bahasa Malaysia and you are doing a review, if you do not say Fallout 76, Fallout terjunam, Fallout is falling down, falling out of favor, you are doing it wrong. That's a good pun. Use it. I'm giving for free 99. Terjunam Fallout. Those were the days where 76 was a bad mark. Don't say about anything less than that. You cannot see your marks after that. Down lower than that. That should be it then.
Yeah, that's the perfect train wreck to end on, Fallout 76. I should say, I was discussing with my friend, you know what would be a good multiplayer Fallout experience? So, Fallout New Vegas, Original Sin.
Yes! Ooh. Yes! That's perfect. That's totally perfect. And with the competitive questing.
Ooh,
so you can fight with different factions.
Yeah, that's what I said. So all the mechanics of New Vegas plus all the mechanics of Original Sin. Just perfect RPG. The exact opposite of 76. The antithesis.
Yep, 76 is a problem of they do not know what to do with the design and they went with the wrong design notes. And on top of that, their technology is already way past their time. It's
so you have first you have Fallout Terjunam and then this one is Fallout Terhunjam.
We going further down the rock. Descending into Fallout Hell.
Yeah, but so the only thing left, is the thumbnail.
Yep.
So we had, I saved the Wikipedia page, Roberto Acuna.
Okay.
Roberto
Roberto.
Chan.
Okay. Oh boy, so what was that about? Okay, there's a beach. We are going to put a Red Bull there.
Mm.
I don't know, maybe a Red Bull or a red colored bull. Now I'm thinking.
Red colored bull.
And then
NiCO
we
Hantua,
have, yeah, NiCO Hang Tuah, and Will Smith 47.
Will Smith.
Yes.
I'm just going to put 47 and Will Smith together for context.
Yes.
So you can make
No,
huh?
Yeah.
So you can make the connection. Oh, this is Hitman and this is. Oh boy, you know how many times I keep on mistyping Hitman to write something very offensive. That's all I'm going to say. That's all. Okay,
Also,
anything else?
if you can find like a stock image of a guy taped to a wall, then just put Lewis Hamilton's face there.
Yes.
I mean, there is a picture of Lewis being taped, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
then it's that.
Okay, okay, that can work. What else?
So something to screw Kingdom Hearts with, because we spent a lot of time shitting on
What
Kingdom
else
Hearts.
about Kingdom Hearts? Do you want to put someone in a black hoodie?
Oh, a certain mouse.
I mean, it's too easy, man. Because I know we diss on Disney a lot, but that's too easy. I mean, it's too obvious.
I know what. No, Will Smith in an Organization 13 hood.
That's good.
That
good. Very good.
works. That totally works.
Yeah, so we got it. Will Smith in an Organization 13 hood, Agent 47 for the second week in a row. This is our thumbnail. Hang Tuah NiCO.
On the beach.
And just that thing I put in the chat, the Bethesda fan base vilified.
Oh Lord. Oh god, this is strong. Let me just read it. Okay, imagine the Fallout New Vegas reputation thing, right? Okay, now the label is Bethesda fanbase. The image is a very sad Vault Boy, and the label is vilified, and the text, flavor text is for your overwhelmingly notorious behavior. You have become vilified by the community. God damn it! Everyone disliked that.
Nobody's like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Alright, social links then. Starting with one.
Hi, yes, I'm a big radio person now. You can follow me on Twitter at Wamero, where I will probably continue to say Kingdom Hearts 3 sucks until I'm proven wrong. I'm basically dying in assignment shit right now, but after that, I'm probably gonna do some realistic Pokemon shit before I have to leave the country. So subscribe and follow me on Twitter and give me money on Patreon. Patreon.com/Wamero as well.
Don't die yet, Wam. You just use your resurrection just now. Please. Don't die on me yet.
Yeah, I need to kill a jobber to recharge my resurrection.
Daniel.
You can follow me on Twitter at Flaky FL4KY_. Because I finally got my account back. Well, mostly lah.
Mostly.
Mostly got my account back.
So it merges the two accounts?
Not yet, because I'm still waiting on Twitter. So Twitter, if you're not listening to it, so please unblock my account by Friday.
Unblock my tweet.
It was just one time.
Arrested for Twitter crimes. Never again.
That's not Twitter crime. Anan?
Nah, too lazy.
Nah,
That's the best one yet. That's the best one. and you can find me and Amirul Mekronos Ashraf Meckronos, mostly on Twitter, same likewise and everywhere else. And this has been dia.Log, the Gamer Matters podcast. And remember, please check your expectations correctly. And before closing the before closing the app, please ensure that the disk is clean. Press open, check the disk, close the lid before turning on the console again.
Now put the PS2 sound effect here, the PlayStation sound effect here. Boom.
No,
And that's about it.
put the red screen of death.
Ah.